Welcome back to the third part of our 5-part series on biomimicry. First, let's go over what we've learned so far. First, we learned what biomimicry is. We learned that it just means innovation inspired by nature. So, where is it found? Everywhere, all over the place. We looked at examples growing in a vegetable garden, like the vines that a cucumber plant sends out. We looked at how cockleburs stuck to someone's pants and the dog's fur, and that influenced the design of Velcro. Then we tried out some of nature's talents to see how humans can perform the same functions, but sometimes more efficiently or less efficiently than other places in nature. Today, we're going to go on a scavenger hunt to see if we can find specific functions somewhere out in nature. But first, let's see a few more examples. This bird is called a kingfisher. Notice the way its beak is shaped. Notice the shape of its full body as it plunges itself into the water to catch a small fish. Well, let me tell you a story about that bird and why I bring this bird up in this video about biomimicry. Well, in the 90s, a man named Eiji Nakatsu was working as an engineer designing Japanese bullet trains. The bullet train is a train that's famous for its speed. It can get people from place to place really efficiently. But there were some problems. They wanted it to go even faster and to see if they could reduce the sound, because the trains were passing through neighborhoods and even creating sonic booms when they went through tunnels because of the pressure that was built up and then pushed out on the other end. So Nakatsu was charged with, how can we make this train faster and quieter? So let's think about how biomimicry is used. Well, Nakatsu wasn't only an engineer, he also had an interest in birds. And he went to a presentation from an aviation engineer talking about how birds and how they're shaped and the way their feathers work can actually influence our own designs. Nakatsu remembered that, and so he went to the owl for inspiration. The owl has a unique feather shape. The owl's fimbriae break down the air rushing over the wings to reduce sound. I think the owl was built this way so that it can be more sneaky whenever it's trying to sneak up and grab a mouse to eat. Well, guess what? Nakatsu and his team were able to use the shape of the owl's wings to influence the design of the new bullet train. And they were actually able to reduce the noise because of what they learned from the owl. But they weren't done yet, because even though this reduced the noise of the train, they still had the issue of the sonic boom happening in the tunnel, and they still wanted their train to move at a faster pace. So Nakatsu went back to nature for inspiration. He remembered a bird called the kingfisher. The kingfisher has a unique talent to dive into water at high speeds, barely making any splash at all. It reminds me of the owl because the kingfisher can also swoop in on tiny fish that he's trying to snatch up for dinner. Nakatsu mimicked the shape of the kingfisher's beak when designing the next version of the Japanese bullet train. And after testing many other designs, the engineering team confirmed that the shape design mimicking the kingfisher's beak was actually the most efficient at increasing speed and reducing sound. The shape of the new bullet train even reduced the sonic boom happening at the end of the tunnel. How cool is that? In your sketchbook, draw a quick picture of the shape of the kingfisher's beak, and then see if you can draw an arrow from that beak, labeling it as a part of that bird that performs a certain function and has a certain purpose. So you'll label the beak, and then you'll label the purpose of that beak. What do you think the purpose of the kingfisher's beak shape is? Next, draw a quick sketch of the shape of the new version of the Japanese bullet train, and see if you can label its parts and purposes related to the biomimicry design based on the kingfisher. Okay, now it's your turn to go on a scavenger hunt to see if you can find some of nature's talents hiding in your backyard or maybe around your neighborhood. Look in the description below this video to find a link to words to look for on this Nature's Talent scavenger hunt. Ask a parent to help you to print it out. Then you can cut those pieces out and put them into a bag. Shake up that bag and you're ready for your Nature's Talents scavenger hunt. Okay, we have our recruits and we are ready to go on our Nature's Talents scavenger hunt. Cool. We ready?
Yes.
What did y'all find?
A turtle.
A baby turtle? I think there is a word in here that says protects. So do you see something on this turtle that would have a talent of protect?
Oh my gosh. His shell protects his body from harm from predators.
Right. So his shell protects his body. Cool find. Okay, Jack, let's see what our first Nature's Talent scavenger hunt word is. Show it to me. Collect. Okay, so your challenge is, can you go run around just anywhere around here and see if you can find a way that nature collects? Jack, what did you find for how nature collects?
I found roots to collect water for the flower to grow.
Okay, so roots collect water?
Yeah.
Cool. Did you find any other types of roots?
I also found giant roots right here. Giant trees.
What does the tree use those roots for?
Water so the tree can grow and...
So it uses it to collect water?
Yep.
Did you find a way that nature collects?
Yes.
Nice. All right, Charlie, your turn to pick a Nature's Talent.
Flexibility.
Flexibility. Okay, so your challenge is to see if you can go and find a way that nature shows flexibility. On your mark, get set, go. What did you find, Charlie?
I found the stick, it's flexible.
Oh, look at that. I wonder why sticks and branches are flexible.
Because the tree can't support all the weight of the branch, so it bends. Like, not a lot, but just like a little when the wind comes.
So the branches have to be flexible so that they won't break whenever the wind blows them around?
Yes.
And can you see any examples of that right here?
Yeah, I see like that tree with that branch. It's like, it's moving around.
So that's a way that nature shows flexibility. Nice job. All right, Jack, let's see what other Nature's Talent you get. Dig around at the very bottom. Decompose. Huh. Okay, let's go see how nature decomposes. On your mark, get set, go. Jack, did you find something for decompose?
Yes, I found this tree is decomposing and ants are crawling into that to make a home. Look, like, where's an ant?
So as this tree decomposes,
I found an ant.
I wonder, so it looks like the ants maybe are living in there. We also found
All this stuff is decomposing and turning into new soil.
Yeah, so as it breaks down, it's just going to turn into new soil to provide nutrients for the plants. It's all working together. Okay, Charlie, let's see which Nature's Talent you're going to look for.
I got protect.
Protect. All right, ready? On your mark, get set. Can you find a way that nature protects?
I found this tree. It has bark on it, and it uses its bark to protect from predators. It uses its tree bark to protect itself.
Very cool. All right, now it's time to go back to our sketchbooks again. Go to your sketchbook, write down the talents that you looked for in nature, and then sketch a quick picture of what you found. Don't forget to draw arrows to the parts and the purposes. Keep track of all of these nature's talents, because we'll put these together when you're designing your own inventions in the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.